Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna Bhagavi Mataji, Dandava Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, and all glories to the assembled devotees. This is Tiffany in Pennsylvania. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Tiffany Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Bhargavi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna, Bhargavi Mataji. All glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Revati from Atlanta, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Revati Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Satyarada Devidasi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Satvi Radha Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna Mataji and all devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Lakshmi from Florida. Jai Sachinandana. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna, Bhargavi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Radha from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna, Bhargavi
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Bhargavi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte. And Mataji, I have announcement that, yesterday we were sharing our memories with Bhakti Charuma, His Holiness Bhakti
Yes,
Charuma.
Mataji.
So some devotees did not get chance. So if we have time after the class, they can do it today. Okay, thank you.
Sure, Mataji. Dandavas Pranam Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, Shama Gauri Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for the announcement. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the assembled devotees. This is Uttara Narayani from Atlanta, Georgia.
I didn't get your name, Mataji.
Uttara Narayani.
Hare Krishna, Uttara Narayani, Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna Bhargavi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Radhika from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Radhika Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj. This is Nilambari Radha Rashi from Pennsylvania.
Hare Krishna, Nilambari Radha Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Radha Damodar Das and Atmamaya from Austin, Texas. Please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Damodar Prabhuji and Atmamaya Mataji, Dandavas Pranam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you Prabhuji and Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Sangeeta from Dallas, Texas. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sangeeta Mataji, Dandavas Pranam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna, is there anyone who would like to introduce
Hare
on the
Krishna
call?
Mataji, this is Param Devki.
Hare Krishna, Param Devki Mataji, Dandavas
This is
Pranam.
Param
Srila
Devki
Prabhupada.
Dasi from Gurgaon.
Hare Krishna, Param Devki Mataji, Dandavas Pranam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Guru Maharaj ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna
Okay.
Mataji, I think Prabhuji has not joined yet.
Okay.
Let me check. You can continue your introduction.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna, is there anyone who would like to introduce on the call? Okay. I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining. So till Prabhuji joins, maybe we will continue chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavas Pranam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much Prabhuji for joining. So we will have to start the recording, Prabhuji. Just a minute. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, can you start the recording?
Starting, ma'am.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving your valuable time and association in this Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today's verse is Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter
27.
Yeah, chapter 27, verse 1 onwards. Thank you, Prabhuji. You can take over the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 27, chapter entitled Attacked by Chandaveg on the city of King Purabhajan, the character of Kalakanya. Text 1. So I'll read the verse. Narada Vacha Ittam Purajanam Sadrya Vashamaniya Vibramai Puranjani Maharaja Reme Rame Atipatim. Word to word meaning. Narada Vacha, Narada said, Ittam, thus, Puranjanam, King Puranjana, Sadrak, completely, Vashamaniya, bringing under her control, Vibramai, by her charms, Puranjani, the wife of King Puranjan, Maharaja, O King, Reme, enjoyed, Ramayati, giving all satisfaction, Patim, to her husband. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The great sage Narada continued, My dear king, after bewildering her husband in different ways and bringing him under her control, the wife of King Puranjan gave him all satisfaction and enjoyed sex life with him. Purport. After hunting in the forest, King Puranjana returned home. And after refreshing himself by taking a bath and eating nice food, he searched for his wife. When he saw her lying down on the ground without a bed, as if neglected and devoid of any proper dress, he became very much aggrieved. He then became attracted to her and began to enjoy her company. A living entity is similarly engaged in the material world in sinful activities. These sinful activities may be compared to King Puranjana's hunting in the forest. A sinful life can be counteracted by various processes of religion, such as yajna, vrata, and dana. That is performance of sacrifices, the taking of the vow for some religious ritual, and the giving of charity. In this way, one may become free from the reactions of sinful life and at the same time awaken his original Krishna consciousness. By coming home, taking his bath, eating nice food stuff, getting refreshed, and searching out his wife, King Puranjan came to his good consciousness in his family. In other words, a systematic family life as enjoined in the Vedas is better than an irresponsible, sinful life. If a husband and wife combine together in Krishna consciousness and live together peacefully, that is very nice. However, if a husband becomes too much attracted by his wife and forgets his duty in life, the implication of materialistic life will again resume. Srila Rupa Goswami has therefore recommended anasaktatya vishayan. Without being attached by sex, the husband and wife may live together for the advancement of spiritual life. The husband should engage in devotional service, and the wife should be faithful and religious according to the Vedic injunctions. Such a combination is very good. However, if the husband becomes too much attracted to wife due to sex, the position becomes very dangerous. Women in general are very much sexually inclined. Indeed, it is said that a woman's sex desire is 9 times stronger than a man's. It is therefore a man's duty to keep a woman under his control by satisfying her, giving her ornament, nice foods and clothes, and engaging her in religious activities. Of course, a woman should have few children, and in this way not be disturbing to the man. Unfortunately, if the man becomes attracted to the woman simply for sex enjoyment, then family life becomes abominable. The great politician Chanakya Pandit has said, Bharya Rupavati Shatru, a beautiful wife is an enemy. Of course, every woman in the eyes of her husband is very beautiful. Others may see her as not very beautiful, but the husband, being very much attracted to her, sees her always as very beautiful. If the husband sees the wife as very beautiful, it is to be assumed that he is too much attracted to her. This attraction is the attraction of sex. The whole world is captivated by the two modes of material nature, Rajoguna and Tamoguna, passion and ignorance. Generally, women are very much passionate and are less intelligent. Therefore, somehow or the other, a man should not be under the control of their passion and ignorance. By performing bhakti yoga or devotional service, a man can be raised to the platform of goodness. If a husband is situated in the mode of goodness, can control his wife, who is in passion and ignorance, the woman is benefited. Forgetting her natural inclination for passion and ignorance, the woman becomes obedient and faithful to her husband, who is situated in goodness. Such a life becomes very welcome. The intelligence of a man and woman may then work very nicely together, and they can make a progressive march towards spiritual realization. Otherwise, the husband coming under the control of the wife sacrifices his quality of goodness and becomes subservient to the qualities of passion and ignorance. In this way, the whole situation becomes polluted. The conclusion is that a household life is better than sinful life devoid of responsibility. But if in the household life the husband becomes subordinate to the wife, involvement in materialistic life again becomes prominent. In this way, a man's material bondage becomes enhanced. Because of this, according to the Vedic system, after a certain age, a man is recommended to abandon his family life for the stages of Vanaprastha and Sannyas. Om Jnana Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Kadamati Swarada Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakam Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sagana Raghunatamritam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanate Shri Radha Krishna Padan Lalita Shri Vishaka Krishna Krishna Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshadari Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Varushena He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Radha Kanta सप्तकांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय पांचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay. Hare Krishna, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Now I will request all of you that you forget that I am in a body of man, and you also all forget whether you are a body of man or a body of woman. Because otherwise, the more we connect ourselves with body, then what happens? We become bodily conscious. And when we become bodily conscious, then anything spoken for the man, men will be happy. And against the woman, women will be unhappy. And if we speak anything against the men, men will be unhappy. And if we speak anything for the woman, women will be happy. And this happiness and misery is temporary. It's all mental speculation. So when we are reading Bhagavatam, we should try to understand Bhagavatam is the platform of soul. I'm at platform of body. I understand. But at least when I'm reading, I'm hearing the Bhagavatam, I should know it is not for the body. This process is to purify the contaminated consciousness. That is how it is important. So, and please forgive me, even after understanding that we should not be on the bodily consciousness, we tend to. So I beg forgiveness, because I'll be repeating what is being spoken by Narad Muni here, and being spoken at other places by Prabhupada and other acharyas. Then we'll try to see what is practical in today's life. So I'll read the translation. Very interesting. Srila Narad Muni, he says, my dear king, he's telling to Prachini Bhaj. So Narad Muni is telling the entire story. This is the only allegorical story in entire Bhagavad, which is to explain King Prachini Bharisha about how he should be detached, how he should live his miserable life. And then practice bhakti so that he can go back to God and not get stuck in this material world. My dear king, after bewildering her husband, so Puranjani, the wife of King Puranjan, bewildered her husband. How did she do that? Similar fashion, like Kaikeyi bewildered Maharaj Dasharatha. This is called Man Leela. So Kaikai also went in the room and she was lying down on the floor without proper jewelry, proper clothes, wearing the old clothes like a maid. And similarly here, so that means this was the fashion. Now some things we don't take directly from the scripture. If in today's modern world, I don't know what will happen. Just assume if wife goes to in one room, husband comes from office looking for wife and wife is in one room and something like this. Because in Vedic culture it is said that when a husband comes home, wife should be ready to decorate herself. Because wife's duty to decorate herself is only for the pleasure of husband. There's a duty. Now your man, your woman, scriptures are not talking of based on your consciousness. Scriptures are scriptures. If you read this, when Vritrasura's before Vritrasura appearance, the demigods took away, or even Bali Maharaj. When Bali Maharaj took away all the kingdom of Indra, and Indra has to flee from there, Mother Aditi was devastated, and she didn't decorate the house. She knew that Kashyapa is coming, but she didn't decorate the house. She didn't decorate herself. And Kashyapa asked, what happened? So that means it is the duty of a wife. It is the duty of wife whether someone may agree or not agree. Like when we preach, we tell it's a duty of a human being to become Krishna conscious. If you accept, good. If you accept it, good for you. If you don't accept it, then you have to have the result. Otherwise, we will get into the category of Adhukukoti Nyaya. I like the back portion of the hen because it gives golden eggs. And the front portion I don't like because it takes a lot of food from it. So it's the duty of wife to decorate. So many cases. Kamsa's mother, Padmavati, she went to her father's house and she decorated herself beautifully. And that's why she was exploited by a demon named Gopi. Otherwise, how come Ugrasen Maharaj has a son like Kamsa? So that demon Gopi actually impregnated Queen Padmavati. That's how Kamsa was born. And then she was chastising the demon that you came in the form of my husband. You change your form. And he chastised that you are not a chaste lady because you have decorated yourself with jewelries and all other ointment when your husband is not here. You shouldn't have done that. So it's the duty of wife to decorate herself for the pleasure of husband so that the husband becomes happy. It's a duty to take care of house very nicely because when husband comes, he should see everything very pleasing. Now, modern women will never accept that. And this is the only reason divorces are happening. All over the world, the reason of divorce is this. If someone will follow few of the, whether men or women both, if both will follow the duties given in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are so many incidents. You see, even Kardam Muni and Mother Devavati, how husband-wife relation. There are many places of husband-wife relation. Kashyapa Aditi, twice it comes. Kashyapa and Aditi, Sita and Ram, Kaikai and Dashrath Maharaj, Rukmini and Krishna, Satyabhama and Krishna, Draupadi and Pandava, Many places you read this count. How a man, how a husband, and how a wife should behave. They should know their duty. If they follow, there is no question of divorce. So, what she did, after bewildering her husband, she didn't decorate herself. So that's how the husband was not very happy. It was discussed in previous chapter. And bringing him, a very interesting point, Narad Muni says, bringing him under her control. So wife is bringing husband under her control. So who's the controller? I think there's a big question to it. In modern world, it has become chaotic. It has become all chaos. Then he says, the wife of King Puranjan gave him all satisfaction and enjoyed sex life. Interesting. Like it is appearing contradictory statements. Wife brought husband under her control. And then she gave the pleasure to her husband. Now, giving the pleasure means serving. It's like service attitude. So, wife had served the husband and brought husband under her control. Any woman, any wife, if she understands this principle, she will never be, I mean, there is a material world, there is misery, but that family will be very nice, intact. If only from Bhagavatham one can understand how. And trust me, and I told you already, don't consider me someone in the body of man, and yourself also man of man. Trust me, the initiative, the first step has to be taken by a wife, not husband. Don't expect. Husbands are not good at it. How Krishna has made the male body different from female body, he has also made the psychological, the behavioral aspect different in male and female. Krishna has made the difference. If there is no difference, then it's not good. It will all be same. So then, Krishna has made men are basically supposed to be detached. And if a male bodied person is not detached, he will be in misery. He will be in misery. And females, or a female body soul, is attached. And if she is not attached, she will be in misery. And that is why in the Vedic culture, Gurukula was for men, was for boys, not for girls. Boys were trained to be detached from family life, and girls are trained to be attached to family life. You see the difference. Boys can take, men can take sannyas, women cannot take sannyas. If you are at bodily consciousness, you will get agitated by hearing these statements. If you are not, you will not get agitated. One disciple came to Prabhupada and she said, Prabhupada, you said that women are less intelligent. Prabhupada said, yes, I said it. So she was a little unhappy. Prabhupada, am I also less intelligent? Prabhupada said, if you think you are a woman, you are less intelligent. If I think I'm a man, I'm less intelligent. Doesn't make a difference. We are identifying ourselves with the body, so we are less intelligent anyway. So then, men are trained in detachment, and women are trained in chastity. Detachment also and brahmacharya. Now, whether he becomes a brahmachari and then he becomes, or he, gets married. If he's trained as a good brahmachari, he'll be a good household. And woman was trained to be attached to parents, and then that attachment is transferred to husband, and then that attachment is transferred to children, sons. That's how it is. Women always controlled men, always. But they have the capability of putting an illusion in front of the men that Swami, you are my controller. Actually, she is the controller. If you go in Satyuga, you will see the same case. Woman is controller. But she has the capacity and she utilizes this capacity to portray or to create an illusion in front of husband that you are my Pati Parmeshwar. And so you are my Swami, you are my Pati. And if a woman does not know that art, trust me, that family life will be difficult. And I practically seen both the cases. I was not born in the forest. I was also born in the family. So I have a joint family. 35 members, I've seen all varieties. And today, after reading Bhagavatham, I can understand a lot for household devotees, especially for you. Because husband has a very strong male ego. That is how the male body is. He is born with ego. He is born with ego. What can we do? That's how the male body functions. That's why he's called Purusha. Even though all of us male-bodied souls are duplicate Purusha or perverted Purusha, but we are Purusha. What can you do? If anyone has a male body, he is a Purusha. Purusha means the enjoyer. He thinks he is the enjoyer. And a woman, the wife, can confirm that thought process that yes, you are the enjoyer, then actually she is the best wife in the world. A woman can make husband feel that yes, you are the enjoyer. Husband will never even think in his dream of divorce. Because he is satisfied. His ego is satisfied. In your company, when you go, now forget about male people. In your company also, you have, if you have your boss, you know sometimes you have a boss who is stupid, who is less intelligent. But then you have to make him or her feel that yes, you're right. Might is always right. A boss is right. So then you subdue your feelings for some time. And then you get benefited in. So when husband's ego is satisfied, he will do everything for the wife to the extent of selling himself to please the wife. And that's his duty. Husband will give money, he'll give ornament, clothes, house, children, protection. That's husband's duty. He has to. The duty of wife is to take care of his house, his children, himself. Today we have deviated so much from this. Women are working, men are working. Both have no time for each other. Husband comes, he's tired. Wife also comes, he says, I'm also tired. Why every day I should come from office and then take care of children, take care of cooking and bring a glass of water for you? Why can't you do? And the men will do for some time. But then his bad ego will keep pumping up. He is not satisfied because his male ego is not satisfied. And eventually results to that. Either he'll go for an extramarital affair or he'll go for divorce. He'll do something. That's how we see the reality. So you see how a wife, the Narad Muni says, wife brought husband. Puranjani, she brought King Puranjan under her control by giving him pleasure. Now you apply this principle anywhere in life. You and your boss. You give service. He's happy. And then he'll give you salary. That's what you're working for. He'll give you promotions. You give service to the customer. Customer will give you profits. You give service to your, anyone in the world. Everyone likes to take service. Nobody is ready to serve. That's why servants are happiest personalities on the planet. Nobody wants to serve. And the same principle applies spiritually in Krishna consciousness. You serve devotees. You serve Krishna. You serve the spiritual master. You see what you get. Just by serving Krishna, devotees can actually control Krishna. Krishna himself says, I'm controlled by my devotees. I don't have any independent existence. Aham bhakta paradhina. Durvas Muni is going to Lord Narayan. Protect me from your Sudarshan. He said, impossible. The Sudarshan will not listen to me. Why? Because I don't listen to myself. I only listen to my devotee. And Jai Vijay, they served Lord Narayan so humbly, faithfully, so nicely they served. When Jai Vijay did a mistake of stopping 4 Kumaras, and these Kumaras, they cursed Jai Vijay. Lord Narayan personally came from inside without shoes. Mentioned. He came without shoes. He came running. And he protected them because they have served him. If you serve Krishna, if you serve Guru, if you serve devotees, I don't have to tell. Everyone knows. You can even control Krishna. What else you want? But today, same principle I don't want to apply when I serve. Why? Husband should apply this principle. Why should apply this? Why should I apply this principle? Always serving. He should also serve me. Yes, he will serve you, but he has different things to serve you. You have different things to serve. You both have to serve each other. And the duty of husband is, I told you, bring money, bring protection, give a house, give children to the wife. And the wife has to serve. That's how this translation, which is apparently contradictory, the contradiction is resolved like this. When you serve someone, you become servant, you actually become the master. It's a secret. There's a secret, but no one in the world wants to follow this. You know, there is one position in the world which is always vacant. But there's always vacant is the position of servant. Nobody wants to become servant. Everyone wants to become master. And nobody can become master because the original master Krishna is sitting there and he is not going to go. There is no retirement age for Krishna. Nobody can get. The only position empty is unlimited positions is of servant. But we don't want to become servant. So we have become like Trishanku. Vishwamitra is pushing Trishanku through his Brahmanical potency to heaven. And Indra is pushing down Trishanku from the heaven. So Trishanku is hanging in between. He's not in heaven, he's not on the ground. He's hanging in between. So we don't want to become servants and we can't become masters. And that is why we're the most miserable personality. We're the most miserable species. And that's why it's called Kuntha Jagat. Vaikuntha, the living entities have accepted completely that we are servants. They've accepted, so they're happy. Here we don't want to accept that we are servants. We want to accept that we are masters, that we cannot become. The only master is Krishna. What can be done? So this entire philosophy of servant and master applied between father and son, applied between husband and wife, applied between guru and disciple, applied between boss, employee, subordinate, superior. Any superior subordinate relation, this has to be applied. And we have personality. Someone may not like you at all, but if you start serving, that person will love you like you because you started serving. So, coming to the conclusion of this, when you serve someone, you actually become them. My spiritual master, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, said, if you become boss, people will make you das. And if you become das, people will make you boss. That's how it works. Material world. So you serve, and by that, I'm not saying that serve with the mood to become the master, but when you serve, you actually control with your emotion the other person. And so many things. And Prabhupada says that many good points in this verse to discuss. Prabhupada saying, you know, this going out of Puranjan for hunting, it's like going for illicit relationship. And coming home is like a marriage life. So it's better than having, Prabhupada said, if you remain brahmachari, that is good. Otherwise, get married. Be responsible. Don't become bachelor daddies. That means don't have illicit affair with a man, of a woman with a man. So this is one point Srila Prabhupada saying. But then I took from translation the entire chemistry, psychological chemistry which is given between master and subordinate. Don't see it husband and wife. It is master and subordinate. Now who's subordinate, who is master? Actually subordinate becomes a master and master and subordinate, and they both are happy. Because the master is satisfied that yes, I am the master. But then he does whatever subordinate says. So actually subordinate is a master, and that is a subordinate is happy. Or I'll put an easier way. Wife follows all the instructions of husband, makes him happy. He is sold out to his wife. He will do whatever the wife will say. So who is saying wife? All through the time. Only when the male ego of husband goes very high, then you have to go very low. Take a very humble position. Then there will be balance. If both become angry, then there is a problem. So in modern life, what has happened in modern culture, wife is trying to become husband. And I told you, it is wife who has to take initiative. It's not husband. Husband will never do. Don't expect. It's not how they are made. If they see too much friction, because they are meant for detachment. Men is meant for detachment. So what he will do, if he sees too much friction with mother and father, he joins Guru Sarayas. I'm not saying that's a very good thing, because he should have positive, inspiration. But sometimes there's inspiration and there's attachment to family. Inspiration, attachment, both. And then he'll see some fiction, then he'll come. If husband and wife have fiction, husband will either look for another wife or some affair, or he'll absorb himself. The devotee will absorb himself in Bhagavatham. Because he knows I cannot go for another wife, not good. I cannot go for affair. Then chant, increase chanting, increase reading, increase reading. And then wife becomes insecure. So when I was working, I used to live in Hyderabad for some time. So we were tenants. All the devotees used to stay. And the landlord used to stay on the ground floor. He and his wife and his old mother. They didn't have any children. So then I thought, why not to preach to them? And they're elderly people. Husband is 50, 50. So I used to preach, give some prasad to entire family, and started giving Bhagavad Gita and chanting and all that. And the wife became very insecure. Because wife knows that I have not been able to give him child. And if he becomes a sadhu, he becomes more detached. Because one of our devotee, he joined the temple. He was staying there. We had a youth center. She was very scared. So men are meant for detachment. So don't expect them to bend. They'll only bend like in Puranjanam, when he is afflicted with the lusty desire. Otherwise, the last chapter is how Puranjan left for hunting without even bothering that my wife is there, I should talk to her. But that's how they're made. So they are to be controlled. In Bhagavatam, in this canto, some place, Prabhupada writes in the purport that wife is the doorkeeper of the senses of husband. That means wife will control the senses of husband. So it's a duty of wife to control the senses. And duty of husband to control the wife, as mentioned in this, by giving ornaments, kids. The way Prabhupada writes, sometimes we say that. So we always say Prabhupada is pure devotee. But sometimes it may be difficult to follow what he says. So if a husband and wife combine together in Krishna consciousness and live together peacefully, that is very nice. This is the best thing. Best. But then apart from Krishna consciousness, we have some physical, requirements for body and mind. However, if a husband becomes too much attracted by wife and forgets his duty, the implications of material life will again reach. That means husband is not supposed to be attracted by wife. The proper course, Rupavati Bharya Shatru. Man has a beautiful wife. He can stand it. Why? Because then he will not look forward for self-realization. Then he says the husband should engage in devotional service and wife should be faithful and religious according to Vedic Indian. Such a combination is very good. Actually, it's not that wife has to do separate bhakti. Husband does bhakti, wife supports husband, finish. Wife will go. But nowadays, husbands are not proper. The wife has to do separate bhakti. Otherwise, Kardam Muni, he was just practicing consciousness. And Devavati, her job was to provide whatever he needs. You have not seen anywhere in Bhagavatam that the wife is doing some austerity, some tapasya, some meditation. But seeing the modern situation, it will not work because husbands are also not very proper. So then both husband and wife can work. However, if the husband becomes too much attracted to the wife due to sex, the position becomes very dangerous. Women are generally very much sexually inclined. Indeed, it is said women are 9 times stronger than men. It is therefore man's duty to keep woman under his control by satisfying her, giving her ornaments, nice food and clothes, and engaging her in religious activities. The best example is Diti. When Diti wanted, Diti induced lusty desires in the mind of Kashyapa. And Kashyapa actually was trying to restrain, but eventually it's very difficult for the man. So then he gave it. What happened? She asked for a child, a son who will kill Indra. And Indra is very pious, is spiritual, son of Kashyapa, and is doing welfare for the entire universe. King Indra is doing complete service for Krishna. She wants to kill him. She's so demonic. So then what husband did? He satisfied her. Okay, I satisfied your lusty desire. Then gave the benediction. Okay, I give you the benediction that you will get the son. But it is said, how to control? Engaging her in religious activities. So then Kashyap Muni engaged Diti in Vishnu Vrata, in Krishna Bhakti for 1 year. And in that, entire envy of Diti against Krishna against Indra was washed. and she gave birth to 49 children, Maruts, who are actually demigods, even though born from the mother of the demons. The Krishna consciousness is so powerful that it will take us beyond our conscious, our bodily consciousness. Husband will serve wife, wife will serve husband. Parents will serve children, and children will serve parents. Everyone will serve each other. It's not that in Vaikuntha there are no husband, wife. Everyone is brahmachari. What the women will do, they are. In the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma writes that in Vaikuntha, husband, wife, they travel in the plane. The wife is so very beautiful. Husband is handsome, but husband is not attracted by the beauty of wife. They both travel all over and sing the glories of Krishna. They don't get attracted to each other, but they are husband and wife. So that concept is there, but that's pure. Why? Because they are Krishna. So we may talk of different solution at different level, but because this is a community of devotees, we're not talking to outsiders, it's a devotee community. We should try to increase our level of Krishna consciousness. So, everyone, husband, wife, children, parents, society has been serving spiritually, not just going and giving them clothes or shelter or something, but giving them shelter at the lotus feet of Prabhupada. And understanding that any difficulty I'm facing in my life, if I'm wife and I'm having difficulty from my husband, or if I'm husband, I'm facing difficulty from my wife, that is due to my karma. It has to come. It has to come, and it will come. Nobody can go against the will of providence. The more you go against the will of providence, the more you'll be frustrated. Lord Brahma told to Prithu Maharaj in the same camp, both camps. When Indra frustrated Prithu by taking away the horse again and again, Lord Brahma said, the will of providence is you don't complete. If you fight, it will be more difficult. So then whatever miseries are coming, either from husband, from wife, from children, from parents, from in-laws, from society, from government, from anyone, that's my own karma. If I understand that, it's my own karma. And still keep serving. Still you keep practicing. Then you are a rightful candidate for liberation. So a wife is a wife, or a husband is a husband because of bodily consciousness, because of mental consciousness or mental concoction. Soul is all female, Prakriti. So this is it. We discussed a little bit about psychology, and then coming to Krishna consciousness, practicing Krishna consciousness. It's not that the brahmacharis and sannyasis don't have their own problems. We also have karma. It's not I'm free from karma. So the experience of karma, if I would have married what I would have got, I'm having the same experience now. Karma has to come, then someone else will give. If the death has to come and you just change the road, oh, I'm driving the car and in 30 minutes I'm supposed to meet accident and I'll die. Oh, I'll not drive the car. I'll just sit at home. Then the ceiling will fall on you. Nowadays they keep false ceiling. False ceiling will fall on you. You will die in 30 minutes if you're bound to that. You cannot avoid the results of the karma which you have come, which you have acted on. This is your karma and you have to take the result. You cannot run away from the result of karma. So this conflict between husband and wife is because of lower nature. Prabhupada writes that passion and ignorance. So by practicing Krishna consciousness, we can actually come to the mode of goodness and eventually pure goodness. No problem. No problem at all in that. So this is it. If any question or comment anyone of you have, please share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Tanvat Pranam.
Louder.
Oh. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can you hear me now?
Better.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm very far from my device. That's why. Now, can you hear, Prabhu?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Yeah, Prabhu, very, very beautiful class. I don't know, my question might be wrong or right, but I just want to ask, it came in my mind. So when you are telling that should not be thinking, we should not think about we are men or women. So you were telling that about, men doing, you cannot hear, Prabhu? You cannot hear my voice?
1 second. Hello. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, tell me please.
Yes. So then you were telling that men doing devotional service, women can be easily gone back to Godhead without doing anything. So how can we understand this concept, Prabhu? Because you are telling we should not think that you are men or women. So that means like everybody's part is everyone should do their own services, and then through their own services they will go back, right? It doesn't mean that men doing means he's thinking that he's men. I mean, I am thinking that no, I should not think that whether I'm men or women, right? So how do I understand this concept when you're talking about that?
So there are two things. There are two things here. One is so one is that yes, we eventually are souls, not men, not women. But then, because of our own karma, we have been given certain body, either of a man or a woman. So then we must act. Now, if I am being given a body of man, I cannot act like a woman. I cannot, even if I want. I cannot act like a dog because I've got a human body, so I have to act like a human being. So then, if you have a body of woman, you have to act like a woman. But act like the woman as it is described in Srimad Bhagavatham. Now, another concept you brought question is, if the husband will practice Krishna consciousness, I will go. Yes, but the husband has to be very powerful and you have to be completely surrendered to her. So because these both are not very much possible now, That's why our acharyas, they said, okay, women also take initiation. That's why when Prabhupada gave initiation, Brahmin initiation to Matajis, there was so much halla in India. So much. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur actually started giving initiation to Mataji. So many people opposed. But then they know, these acharyas know that men will not be so powerful and women will not be so surrendered. So let them practice separately. You see Gandhari. Have you ever heard Gandhari practicing or Draupadi practicing? No. Even when Gandhari went with Dhritarashtra to the forest, the instructions were for Dhritarashtra, but Gandhari also left. And Dhritarashtra meditated, he practiced austerity and penance, and then he went back. And Gandhari actually followed because she was so much surrendered to herself that she even voluntarily agreed to become blind. That is why, at least this principle, I can say we must be completely surrendered to a spiritual master because spiritual master is so powerful that he can take us back. But because we are not surrendered, we are suffering here. So both have to work. Prabhupada says, a potent spiritual master and a fertile disciple. They'll give result to Krishna. So that is how it works. Any other question? Is that okay, Mataji?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for your association, Prabhuji. Very, very excellent class. You explained the psychology of man and a woman body, and I mean, this class is a solution for so many problems in many families, including devotees and non-devotees. Thank you so much for your insightful class, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Any other question or comment? So shall I log out?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam, Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
It's very difficult shloka, Prabhuji, but you handle it very nicely. So, Prabhuji, see, when nowadays in school or the whole environment, girls are becoming very aggressive, and they go out and they drive car and they do a lot of things, and they want to become independent. So it's kind of risky also. But as per Krishna consciousness, how to take this, Prabhuji?
This is Kali Yuga and people are going forward for their own suffering. So as you said, girls are demanding independence and they are living independently. They're actually suffering. And they'll make others also suffer. So men also, the boys will also have their karma fructified when they meet a girl. So both will give suffering to each other. Man will try to control the wife, and wife will never, ever succumb to that control. So, they'll be fighting and they'll give suffering to each other. Srila Prabhupada said in America, women want to be separate, independent, but they become pregnant and they are dependent on government. They're not independent, they're dependent on government for the money. So that is why slowly, gradually, we should at least start training our own kids. The boys for detachment and girls for chastity and attachment to the family life. Now, girls are not attached to family life and boys are more attached to parents. Both are horrible. So we have to train. That's why Gurukula is required. That's why homeschooling is required. I think one of the session we discussed that you have so many devotees there and do something. Homeschooling is fantastic concept in America. So I know it's difficult. It is difficult. Culture is getting destroyed in India also. But if you see, India is much better still than the West. But then who decided to go to West? Prabhupada said whoever has their pious karma finished and their impious karma is more, they go to America from India. Who told people from India to go to America? Just for money? You don't have faith that karma will give you money in India also? That's one part. So then whatever has to come, you have to accept. And you can do best what you can do. When the boys and girls both will chant. And I think I discussed a lot in one of the session where we spoke about how to train kids in Krishna consciousness and giving. And you all are devotees. Your kids are devotees, so you are all greatly fortunate. But there will be influence of Kali, whether you are man or woman. Kali will influence. Kali didn't leave Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj subdued Kali, but the same Kali entered this boy Shringi, this Brahmin boy 7 years old, and he cursed Parikshit. That was the start of Kali and fall down of Brahminical culture. So it is only going down. What we can do, just give Krishna consciousness to one and all. Chanting, hearing, kirtans, prasad distribution. Srila Prabhupada actually said, Mahaprabhu has said that in Kali Yuga people will have no intelligence, no brains. So they'll not understand philosophy. And that's why if you see philosophy, Mahaprabhu didn't speak philosophy with many. He just spoke philosophy with Prakashananda Saraswati, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Rest all only Harinam and Hari Prasad. Prabhupada said, Mahaprabhu said only two ways of deliverance in this world. Holy name and Krishna Prasad. There is no other. People not understand philosophy. Philosophy, yeah, you become devotee, then now we are discussing here in class, trying to understand. But otherwise, holy name and prasad distribution. So without discrimination, if we can do that, if everyone can do little bit of prasadam distribution, little bit of harinam sankirtan, then this world will become a better place. Otherwise, you see how this year, this virus has destroyed the world. That's our own karma. This is called universal karma. People didn't believe. When we talk about Mahabharat war, why Krishna killed so many people? This was their karma. It is not Krishna killed them. It's their karma to be killed. So how this deadly virus, everyone is sitting in their home. Except we will not bring into this category the great devotees like His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. That was Krishna's plan. A virus cannot affect a pure devotee. Maya cannot defect. So that category is completely different. They are not in our, they are not, part of all these good and bad, pious and impious. They are beyond. They have transcended three modes. But otherwise, everyone has to, and not everyone is unhappy. There are some people who are making money out of corona. There are people who are having more time for bhajan. So this is all karma. So all this, only thing which can counteract this karma of this world is holy name of Krishna and prasad. That's all.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhu, I just had a query over here. So now, Prabhu, the thing which you said is totally true. Like, like now when I look back on the people whom I knew back home, is that they are from here. Like when we see now that they have been doing so many things which we do not feel right as of now, like right from the dressing sense to the way of living that they are living. But now when we go back, okay, in that same circumstance, it is as if we people will be ridiculed over there. To be very frank or telling in a layman's term, it will be as if we are going not from, like when I go back to India, it will be as if I'm going from a village, I'm going somewhere. I don't know if I'm able to put it up, because they have been living such a modernized life that they will be looking down on us, and I don't mind about it. But then this mentality of the people, or how do we, because we have to live in that society, or we have to live in those people. So what should be a devotee aspect over there? And also the second thing is, as you said, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, that we don't need to tell them the philosophy. So what should be the preaching strategies, or what should be the way that we are dealing with these people around without judging them, so that Krishna consciousness can be imparted to them?
Good. If I take my example, when I was working, and I was already initiated, but I was working then. So I will not wear tilak in office, then gradually started. Then I have to travel from one city to another city, and in my office clothes. Then I started traveling, at least because office it was not allowed. So let me travel from one city to another in flights and all that in dhoti kurta. I started. Initially, I thought, what will people think? But then when I started wearing, I developed some confidence. And now I go all over places in saffron dhoti kurta. And I'm confident. Whatever people may say, it doesn't impact me. It doesn't have any effect on me. Rather, if you show confidence that what you are doing is perfect and you are doing as per Krishna consciousness, then maybe initially people will ridicule you, but eventually they will bow down to you. Trust me, it has happened many times. When I was about to leave my job, and I was a manager, one of the senior vice president of the organization, he came to know that I'm leaving and going to ISKCON full time. He came, he personally told me, he said, congratulations, the path you are taking at such a young age, you have that confidence, you have that courage, and I'm very happy and I hope all the best for you. So people will ridicule because you are allowing them to ridicule. They will ridicule you once, twice, thrice. But if you keep doing same things, they'll understand that there's no point of ridiculing them. And then gradually they'll understand what you're doing. You're confident you're doing the right thing. They'll come to you. Actually, why people ridicule, if you understand the psychology, it is not because you're wrong. Suppose you come from America, you come to a small town in India. Indians are becoming foolish day by day because they're leaving their culture, their rich spiritual heritage. And that's why they're becoming foolish. They're trying to imitate West. But what is the situation of Indian? He cannot imitate West completely because his sanskars, his upbringing is not allowing him to do that. And he does not want to be an proper spiritual Indian also. So he's hanging in Trishanku. 99.99% Indians are Trishankus. They're hanging in between, not here, not there. Now, if you come from West, if you go to your hometown, whatever may be the town, and you see all Western, and especially people will come to you to meet you, they will dress in a modern way because you've come from America. So their perception is, oh, She has come from America. That means I also should wear best of the brands. I should show off the brands. I should have iPhone. Why I should go with some Android phone? So they will want to show off in front of you. But if you are simple, they'll be shocked. And then because they cannot impress you, so they'll ridicule you directly or indirectly. This is the psychology. Why a person will ridicule? Because envy. Because he's not happy. Now, if you know the rich people like Bill Gates, if he comes to India and he wears a dhoti, kurta and a small chappal, simple chappal, and he walks, people will still glorify him. See, such a great personality he is. He's so rich and he's wearing so simple clothes. And that same simple clothes, if a poor man will wear, people ridicule him. So if we become rich in Krishna consciousness, we will be very rich in confidence, very rich in conviction. And if you're convinced and you're confident what you're doing is right, people may ridicule you for just for a small, for a moment or two, but then seeing your conviction and confidence, actually they'll follow you. Nobody can ridicule you if you don't want them to ridicule. It's your confidence, it's your conviction in Krishna consciousness. If I walk around and I chant, like initially, when we become when we come to Krishna consciousness, we are a little shy in chanting on the beads on the road. But after some years, you become so confident, you become so convinced that you go anywhere and you chant. Now, as a as a brahmachari, I go everywhere and people expect that he will be having beads, tilak. So similarly, with a householder, if you are a devotee, people will accept. Some people used to shy with neck beads, but then gradually that conviction has to come. If you are convinced, then you can wear. If you're not convinced, you will not wear. And if you're not convinced of Krishna consciousness and you do, then people will ridicule and you will feel bad. So only you are feeling bad, you will feel bad when you are ridiculed, when you are not convinced of the fact that what you are doing is right. There's a lack of Krishna consciousness, there's a lack of conviction, there's a lack of confidence on our part, and not that the other person is demon. So this is the answer to your first question. Second question, how do you preach to them? See, when we are talking, don't talk philosophy. Same Mahaprabhu said, Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. So don't go deep into philosophy. Basic philosophy, we have to tell them. No? How many relatives we meet, how many friends we meet, and we have some prasadam always in our bag to give them. If you're a preacher, if you have a sincere desire to preach, you must have always some dry prasadam in your bag, wherever you are traveling. Some cookies, some peda, some laddu. You give to people, whomever you meet. Speak some philosophy. There's no strategy. I'll tell you this word strategy is not for Krishna consciousness. I don't know from where this word has come to the world. It has nothing to do with Krishna consciousness. How you preach? You started chanting when some devotees approached you. You liked it, you continued it. You continue to chant, you follow for regular principles, you read Bhagavatam, you read Bhagavad Gita, you distribute books, you eat prasadam, you pay obeisances to devotees, you pay obeisances to the deities, you visit temple, do all those activities. Why? Because you like it. So what is preaching, you know? You go to people and just share what you like. If a person, he goes to a movie, he watches a movie, he comes back. If he likes the movie, he will tell everyone how I like the movie. He will share his feelings. He will share his feeling. And if he didn't like the movie, still he will share the feeling. That is preaching. So if you like Krishna consciousness, if you like chanting, you don't need any strategy. You don't need any strategy. Prabhupada always told, I mean, until unless you are in a very complex situation, you have to go for a college preaching and saffron cannot go, that's a separate thing. But just talking to friends and relatives, Srila Prabhupada, he said that all the disciples, he said, you go ahead and Paramatma will guide you. You go ahead and Krishna will guide. He always said that, depend on Krishna. Not about strategy and all that. So don't worry about the strategy part.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the wonderful explanation. And sorry for using that word. And really, because I don't know, just
Yes.
yeah, just to tell you, like we had a kids camp, Prabhu, last month, and to be very frank, we had on Bhakti Sangha we had a kids camp, which was run by volunteers. And to be very frank, we like again to this word strategy is not particular for it, but then we did not have any higher plans or anything. Everybody just had the motivation that we are going to use this time so that kids can get into Krishna consciousness. And it just started wherein we did not expect a number, and it was more than 300 kids were there in the call, in the camp. And it was like this, like just as you said, just the desire, and it just fructified. So this, thank you Prabhu for reminding me this again, and thank you so much for this wonderful explanation, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So thank you very much. Just one thing to add, if you are having the kids, like I'm not saying don't strategize the thing, but when you said relatives and friends, now if you know that you are having a camp, so you have to organize. And if you are having a 3 days camp in which you have to schedule 6 classes and 6 activities, so then you have to plan 6 activities for the kids and 6 classes, and who will be the speaker. So that is different thing. Organizing has to be done. Krishna is running the show of the entire creation. So much organized. The world is so much organized. So organizations, there's some strategies, but sometimes strategies are used this, this strategy is a heavy word. Sometimes devotee says, how do I speak with my neighbor? What strategy, what technique I should use? You just use like a human, you just speak like a human being, a natural human being. Whatever you like in Krishna consciousness, you will tell them. Otherwise, then we get so much bogged down with strategy and technique. Be natural. Be natural. Any other question or comment?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. The Vegetarian class for all of us, and especially question answer also, Prabhu. Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam. It's very helpful. The Prabhuji is not devotee.
Hare Krishna. Any other question or comment?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the very practical session today. So it's so much relating to all of us. So you were beautifully telling what's really happening and how to handle. And I have one question, Prabhuji. So you were telling that nowadays, like Matajis are becoming detached and Prabhujis are becoming attached. So even in case of devotees, if this is happening, what to do, Prabhuji? What should be the change or how to handle?
What can devotees do? Devotees can chant sincerely and everything we all know. There's only hope. And devotees can, especially for householders, if they think that they couldn't do something, then they should give to kids. They should teach their kids. They didn't get it. It's their duty to give to their kids. Practice Krishna consciousness. There is psychologically now we are at certain age, like 40, 50, then difficult. Then entire material world is going in different directions. To go in a different direction, first you train your kids. That's what I said. From birth, the training starts. If mother is devotee, father is devotee, then the child, the consciousness of the child is, this Garbhadan Sanskar. Actually, if Garbhadan Sanskar happens, if the child takes birth, when the union between husband and wife happens and the consciousness is proper, 50% work is done actually. Because you will attract the soul who is a devotee. And you don't have much to worry about, he's affected with Kali or not much. If a husband wife at the time of union they have consciousness, very good Krishna consciousness, and Prabhupada said to chant 50 rounds each. So very good Krishna consciousness is there, then the child will come who will have maybe 60% bhakti completed, 70% bhakti completed. I'm just giving an example. If 70% bhakti is complete, 30% he will do. You don't have to worry about it. You have to just facilitate. Rather, you have to serve. So that we have to introduce. And another thing Srila Prabhupada is saying that Vanaprastha ashram is non-existent in the world. So we have to bring Vanaprastha ashram. And raising kids and creating a Vanaprastha ashram is the duty of householders. So then the world is all yours. We should start sincerely chanting, reading, understanding the philosophy of Krishna consciousness and impart that in our system and impart that in our kids. And we should pray. That is how the purity will spread, the purity will increase. Srila Prabhupada was also preaching in Kali Yuga. He was not preaching in Satyuga. Prabhupada preached to hippies. But because of the purity of Prabhupada, all these hippies, they left all the modern culture. Nowadays, it's very surprising to see in the temple, Matajis are coming. Even devotee Matajis and non-devotee, both. Their heads are not covered. You see the time of Prabhupada. And still so many Prabhupada disciples, Matajis, head covered. There were men who were in Prabhupada time working also. Dhoti kurta shaven head. Now even they come to temple. So the culture is going down. Prabhupada, if his purity could do, so whatever we have purity, we will be able to do. So let us increase the purity also before we, not before, along with the preaching. Personal Prabhupada says purity is the fourth. So we preach also and we increase our purity also. By chanting, reading, hearing, honoring, prasadam, serving, devoting. And then we preach. So both will go hand. And gradually the world will change. It's not easy though. The Kali has shifted too much on the modernized side. It's not easy. Especially I know some people who have returned from. I know one boy who stayed in America for 2 years for some studies. After he has come from there, he has become completely crazy. All Shunyavad. I'm talking to one devotee in France, the Chinese fellow. Very nice devotee. But living in France from last 2 years, we've gone completely crazy. Started talking about tantric and all that in France. And why Krishna only? Why not others? And even a good devotee are about to get initiated. What happened? The preaching of Kali. So only way is to expand our preaching. And while expanding our preaching, if we don't have that strength and the weapons, we'll be killed by enemy. So the strength and weapon is holy name, the books. So we become strengthened, and then we keep fighting with that. And we see the result. Is that okay, Mataji?
Beautiful, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Yeah, it really helps.
Any other question?
Okay, if there are no questions, maybe we can end here. Yeah. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अंत कोटि वंदे की जय, ग्रेस चक्रवर्ती प्रभु जी की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Bhagavatham Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very beautiful class. As I said, if anybody wants to share their realization about His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, they can go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, can you hear me, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I can hear you.
Yeah, Mataji, I just want to talk a few words. I never had a personal association with Maharaj, but after this incident, I started, hearing his lectures more and also heard from many devotees about Maharaj. How sweet Maharaj is, like very loving to everybody, very caring, and he never treat himself like, he never say, okay, I'm Maharaj, you all should give him respect. You will never see in Maharaj like this. I think it's he cooks for everybody, and he's like caring, and he never see this person is senior, junior, in giving respect. It's very, very nice, Mataji, and the way he served Prabhupada is really awesome until the last minute. How he got a chance to, translate all the lectures into Bengal and all the books. And he was a personal cook, many glories of Maharaj. And especially it was very heart-touching lectures before he started to US and after he came to US. The lectures that he gave, it's very heart-touching and you feel like crying when you hear those lectures. Actually, we could see that Maharaj already know what is going to happen, and his words were like that. He was telling, like, now our part is over, and now it's your part. You all should take over, and you should never forget that Prabhupada is the main source. Like, he was giving very nice instructions to everybody that you people take care now. It's so heart touching, Mataji. Bhakti Saru Swami Maharaj ki jai. I just wanted to say these things. I am really, I don't know much about him, but whatever I heard from his disciples, and also yesterday and day before yesterday, what I heard, Mataji, it's so heart touching, and really we miss Maharaj, and Maharaj is with Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, very true, Mataji. Thank you. Anybody else would like to share?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Satvi Radha Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, I don't know what to say, but it was like we had many times association. I mean, I don't want to say the very close, but personal meet him. So the last year, when we came back from India, Aditnaran Prabhuji called and asked, can we go for the retreat in Wonderland? We said, but Prabhuji, we came late. We are still on jet lag. We're so tired. And it's so expensive for us. But then Aditnaran Prabhuji, don't worry about the money part. We just go and attend the programs and you pay later. I said, okay. Then we decided somehow to go. And we go there, spend 2-3 days with Maharaj, listening Brahma Samhita, class on Brahma Samhita and, the Prasadam and devotee association. And when we came, and we were so excited, but we had very good association, personally meet him. And, Kirtan Sundari Mataji and the Matajis introduced us. And, and now we just wondering, how fortunate we were that we had 3-4 days of association with Maharaj. And we were like, oh Krishna, thank you, because now we know we have the classes to listen or kirtan to listen, but still the personal physical association we're going to miss. But that was so the Deland Yatra was very good. And I know that we don't know whether we're going to go again, but it was a very, very good opportunity for us to have association with him. And also when he became very sick, Guru Maharaj asked us, he was giving classes and we chanting Narasimha prayers and chanting for him. And we were like, yes, he has to come back. We want him back, but Krishna wanted him back to his abode. So yes, Mataji, so we will all pray. I know he is in good hand with the Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, but we feel so separation, but we know that though all the scriptures say that Vaishnava leaves, we lament, but actually they are very happy because they're rejoining with Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving this few minutes. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Very heart touching, and it's very true. Maharaj is at a better place. This material world is not it's so contaminated. So that's why Krishna wanted him. Thank you, Mataji. Anybody else would like to share? Okay, so we will end now. Let's pay our obeisances to all the Vaishnavas, Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Holiness
Jai.
Ticharu Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Jai. Thank you.